It's week 2 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Derek Carr. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Saints and the Cowboys, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special.
2 teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Here's Carr to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And they'll bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. On second down, Kamara. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 43-yard line. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
Now the throw on 3rd down, not to incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders out in the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Here as this is going to be blown down right at the 9-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try to create some space.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Call it a gain of a yard. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Here's Prescott. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 13 carries, 95 yards.
A key component of his team's offense. He will certainly stay in that role if he keeps producing like this each week. Expecting to make a run at not only matching, but exceeding those numbers as this one goes on.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr out to his left. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Shoves him aside. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
You got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
So give him the 1st down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. Try to pop it in. Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Williams will get down close to the goal line, but not in, and as he'll be marked down at the 1. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Carr down a throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They run. It's Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. An early decision point here, Charles, maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And the last drive, their 1st drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving.
Get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. We'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Cowboys 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
Now look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week you point in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Third and short yardage. Prescott. Rifles one. That's going to be intercepted. Now inside the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Here's Groupie for the PAT. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 18 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
On second down, Elliott once more. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. When you look at the Saints defense, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Here is 3rd and 5. Prescott now. Complete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The New Orleans offense set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Holding offense. Don't do us like that.
That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. Here's Carr. His throw incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Carr. Damone Clark fought his way through and buried him behind the line. $13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustment moments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Gets past one man. Called out a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another Hall of Famer in Larry Zonka.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. After the penalty, it's Elliott. They'll get this down to the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he will have the Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The 1st opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 right at the 20. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Demario Davis there on the stop. This is 2nd and 8. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
Ball start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves him with 3rd and still 9 to go. Throwing, Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Chase Young drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick here is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of it.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He's definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. they did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Completes it to Perry. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. That would almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Carr. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
We'll get this one underneath to Camara, and he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you meant fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Prescott. Hard throw. Incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll start with a give to Camara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now Carr. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt dead, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. That's taken in by his big tight end. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 44 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Carr. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Carr. And his throw here is incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little bit of momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. A first down throw for Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first win of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet. Leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Prescott to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Capri. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They're able to find the open man. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, over all the season, because he was wide
thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him
That is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks with career touchdown number 60. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much and you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead will shrink to 6. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try to make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Second down at 6 now from the 42. Now Carr. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And they'll take over here following the interception with good field position and a chance to take the lead with a touchdown. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's got it complete to Tolbert. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Inside the 15 before they drop it. First down and then some. Give him 29 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 2nd down, Elliott. He is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. This is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Drops this off to Camara out of the backfield. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are we going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Throwing the out route and complete. That's Ferguson. And he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. To throw is Prescott. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career low.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Chauncey ghosted. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That is caught, and he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Carr completes it, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice gain at 21 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Jet sweep. Carr backs it forward. This one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's a run for Camara. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's Carr. He's going to go down and get turned back at the 30. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And they got his own coverage over a man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And this is gone from 57 yards out. That is bombs away right there. And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Prescott on 3rd and 2. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup on 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Prescott. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
The ball was tipped and fell incomplete, but it was tipped up in the air, so the guys on defense, they had to feel like that was a big opportunity, and it was missed. They needed a play to help turn things around a little bit. Ball's in the air. Can they rally to it and get it? On that play, they weren't able too. They'll take the ball batted away, but boy, they missed a big chance there.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Isaiah Foskey brings him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on for the 5th time here today. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Camara. There's a nice move, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Here's Carr to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even...
And this is taken at the 5. Touchdown, Saints. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Saints use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Throwing, Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
A punt of 46, a return of 5. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Complete. It's Johnson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yard. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Searching 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun, it's caught. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math, they did it well, and it works for them.
Following the penalty, it's Camara.
Down to the 42, second down.
Holding. Offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you get that big guy on your nose, you got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
That's Ryan Ramczyk, the former first-round pick. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. Carr gonna throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the second. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. 7th play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. To throw, it's Carr. Completes it to Perry. A crazy sequence here. A huge game that time, but it still leaves him well short for fourth down.
You know when to lean towards the defender. You know when to do that. That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball is not streaking towards him. Have the arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And out now come the Cowboys. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settled in now 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
He's got Tolbert working the sideline.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And he's caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
down. And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So time for Carr and the Saints. Down by a field goal, 2:18 on the clock. They've surrendered a double-digit lead, but can rescue themselves late as they come up on first down.
You could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And he will go down. The Cowboys sack. Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. He's taken down. Micah Parsons in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here we go. This 4th down. Now Carr, gotta have this one. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of the first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and that should be that. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. Up the middle, here's Elliott, as they'll get him with just under 90 seconds remaining. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. His kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Carr. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they need a touchdown. And here they're saying, we're not going to get it 10 yards at a time. They probably need to take a shot there to at least get him across the 50. But that one falls incomplete.
And he can't get a throw up. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. and spike it with 11 seconds remaining. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll go for it. It's caught. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed in intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Dallas, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.